This is WBEZ. The number of blacks serving in the Chicago Fire Department is only about 15%. That's fewer than Latinos and far fewer than the number of whites. One group is trying to boost the black representation. WBEZ's Michael Puente reports.
It's a recent evening at Engine Company 21 in the Washington Park neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. That means training is about to begin. This station near Garfield and Wabash is not a working firehouse, but serves as both a museum on the history of black firefighters in Chicago and a training center for the Black Fire Brigade. The brigade is a not-for-profit group that formed 4 years ago to get more blacks trained to become firefighters, emergency medical technicians, and police officers.
When I came on the fire department, there was close to 1,000 blacks on the Chicago Fire Department. Now I think we're close to 300.
Lieutenant Quintian Curtis joined the department in the late 80s. He plans to retire this year. But before he goes on his last call, Curtis, who grew up in the Cabrini Green housing complex, wants his legacy to include getting more firefighters who look like him trained and hired. So far, more than 400 recruits ages 18 to 30 have completed the training.
I'm a Chicago firefighter today for one reason. At 12 years old, I seen my first black fireman, and at that point, I decided that's what I want to be.
Of the 4,900 personnel in the Chicago Fire Department, including firefighters and paramedics, 64% are white, 15% are black, and 17% are Latino, according to the department. The longtime scarcity of blacks has led to charges of racism for decades and lawsuits to force the department to change its hiring. For Curtis, or Q as they call him, having more black first responders isn't just for representation's sake, it's to get more well-paid professionals and their economic power into the community. He wants to see new recruits filling the vacancies left by blacks when they leave the department.
So we've lost an attrition over 800 jobs in the black community. That equates to $80 million a year in the black community that we lost in jobs.
No. And people only put up one. You're at the end, you're only going to put one, right? The rest you face it.
On most weekday evenings, more than a dozen young recruits, men and women, line up to begin calisthenics inside the 100-plus-year-old red brick building where black firefighters were based more than a century ago.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Who are we?
DFB.
Who are we?
DFB.
Who are we?
DFB.
Here we go. We're going to begin with jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2.
The certified training is 3 to 4 months, depending on the specialty. It includes not only physical and fire training in the field, but also studying anatomy and other medical subjects. Ahmad Boylan is 4 weeks into the program. He admits it's tough.
My first couple weeks was definitely challenging as far as prioritizing study time and going to work, a 9-to-5 job at the same time. It was definitely tough, but as time goes on, you get used to it.
We never quit. We never give up. We give our all. People depend on us.
Another recruit, Robert Hamilton, says he developed a desire as a kid to help people when his mother suffered a seizure due to her diabetic condition. Responding firefighters and EMTs helped his mother that day, and it left a lasting impression, inspiring him to become a first responder.
Because I'm not saying all jobs not valuable, but I know firefighters, police officers, and those that are first responders, you're able to see the results of your actions immediately and know that you actively are affecting change right then and now.
Recruits get paid $24,000 for the first year if they complete their training. But that pay can take a big jump if they get hired on the city's fire department within a year's time. For Sarah Webster, even after graduating from college a few years ago with degrees in psychology and criminal justice, she wanted more. She decided to go through the brigade program last year. Webster says having more blacks as firefighters opens the career for others to explore.
Q's biggest thing is you can't be what you can't see. So if we don't know that we can do these things, if we don't see other people doing them, it's kind of out of reach for us.
Recruit Brian Blackman says even though responding to a fire or car accident can be dangerous, he says there's no feeling like putting your safety aside in service to others.
Selflessness. You know, like putting someone else's life before mine, and at the same time, just, I don't know. I've always kind of thought I was a superhero, you know what I mean? So I like to just feel like I can help someone in some way, and whether it's, you know, a drowning victim or you simply can't breathe, we can help you in that situation.
Blackman's own father, Eugene Blackman, died in the line of duty as a Chicago firefighter in 1998 at the age of 38. Not all of the recruits will pursue a career in the Chicago Fire Department. Some will get jobs with departments in the suburbs or around the country. The program relies on word of mouth since the Black Fire Brigade does not advertise, says Director Curtis.
I have a tough time getting funding. I have a waiting list of 500 kids. Remember, this is not a job. This is a career. You know, we will always have work. So here, let's just give you a little history. Established December 21st, 1872. Engine Company number 21 was the first all-black and the first paid fire department in the world.
2022 marks 150 years since the first professional black firefighters began working in Chicago. But for Curtis, that anniversary is a stark reminder of the work that still needs to be done to make the fire department a true reflection of the city's population.
This is 150 years of blacks in the fire service, and it's like we've made no progress.
Michael Puente, WBEZ News.